color me completely surprised that she was attracted to me and interested in me. Now, the problem was she was dating Scott. Wow, that used up a lot really quickly. Um, and I... Nothing was going to happen between us until she was no longer with him. Simple as that. Now, Faith was a very sweet girl and didn't like to hurt people's feelings. So that was a bit of an issue because she didn't want to hurt Scott, so she didn't want to break up with him and hurt him. I was completely in love with her and wanted to be with her, and we were at a kind of a bit of an impasse. So for a while, it just went on like that. That lasted until, let's check the date here. That lasted until June 9th, 1998. And I'm sorry to say Faith was still dating Scott when we first kissed. It was after rehearsal one night, and I think it was the night that I said, "Oh, there's something you don't know about me. I play Dungeons & Dragons." And she thought Dungeons & Dragons was the devil. They had somebody come to their church. She was Nazarene. Her father was a Nazarene minister, for goodness sakes. And had told them Dungeons & Dragons was evil, blah, 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 blah. All the typical lies that come with the territory of, I am desperate for attention, and here's the only way I can think of getting it, from some jerk. In any case, so she was kind of freaked out about that, and that came into play later. But that's not important for this story. So for God's sake, we were chatting. Everybody else had left. We're standing there by her parents' van. We're standing there by the van, talking, standing very close, and she's leaning in. Why wouldn't that go there, I wonder? Okay. This is not much space up here. Oh, these don't stay. That's why it's not much space. Okay, awesome. Okay. 24 might be enough. Should be able to do this, right? Maybe. And then this. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think of that before. Sorry. She's leaning in, and I say, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this?" Because she was still dating Scott at the time, and I really was hoping that she was going to make a clean break from him before the two of us were together. But to be quite honest, I'm sorry. A beautiful woman is standing there wanting to kiss you, leaning forward, I mean right in my face. You don't say no, especially when you're head over heels, madly and passionately in love with her, and have already considered how amazing it would be to spend the rest of your life with her. So, we kissed, and it was amazing, and we ended up in her van for the rest of the evening. We weren't intimate that night, but we kissed and kissed and kissed and kissed and kissed, and it was just wonderful. So that was the story of our first kiss. Faith and I were in love. We dated. We had our share of ups and downs. Quite a few, actually. We got married. We dated for 2 years, and then when I was getting myself higher and higher here. No way down! Okay, how much of this we got left? Not enough to put a roof here. Get a start on it, though. Actually, we can get a finish on it, too. I have a workbench with me, and I've got the spruce, so... Perfect. Enough. So, that's not the end of the story, of course, and, actually, yeah, we're going to need some more of this. Let's get this going. I'm sorry, I've just stopped talking. Oops, that's not what I want to do exactly. Probably don't have enough steps anyway. I have 7. I need more than that. First we're going to do this. Because I'm thinking 11 is not enough either. Dang it. $30 might be, though. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're going to use 2 for this. No, I don't like that. I think that'll look awful. So the topmost roof will be a little bit dark, which is fine. Okay. So now I know you're going, what about Scott? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, Faith did break up with Scott eventually. Huh. That doesn't look right. I wonder if this needs to go taller. Hold on. Let's finish the roof first and then figure it out. I think that does need to go taller. What do you know? Anyway, Scott and Faith had been having their share of issues. Of course, there was another guy in the picture that he didn't know about. And eventually, to be quite honest, eventually, I think Scott figured it out. And eventually, he broke up with her. At one of the cast parties, she comes up to me. Yeah, that needs to go higher. Darn it. I'm pretty certain. Let's go check. Whoops, sorry, wrong button, as usual. Yes, that goes up 1 more. So we're going to have to tear this out and build it a little. Whoa, my gosh. Half slabs just make things crazy. Because actually, what we got going here is this. Anyway, of course, Scott found out. You know, it was inevitable. It was going to happen. And she comes to me in the pool, and she, like, leans really close, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, Scott broke up with me. He had figured out what was going on, and Scott, the nice guy that he was, and caring for Faith as much as he did not want to stand between her and her happiness. Their relationship wasn't the best anyway, which was a shame. They were a cute couple. I mean, it was a shame for him. For me, it was the best thing that could have happened, and leave that there for now. And I think on the other server, I don't have these guys on the ends, so I think I'm going to stick with that. Because it does look good, which makes the roof a little dark. But then what I did do was, oops, what am I doing here? Yeah, there's going to be a piece added there, and then I'll put a, I'll figure it out. Okay, so that's really what it's supposed to look like. Let's get the rest of these steps on if there's enough. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 might actually be the exact right number. That'd be weird. Well, I do need more half slabs, obviously. And what I think I should do is either put a door or something up here so you can get out on the roof. I was thinking about making a widow's walk, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. So, he broke up with her, which was probably the best gift he ever could have given me in my entire life. And that'll make an even number, right? Ish. Hopefully that's more than I need. So Vivian and I dated, like I think I already said, we were engaged. We dated for 2 years, were engaged for a year, got married. Scott was actually supposed to be my best man. I mean, a year after Faith and I or a year after this play, I was in another play at Hicksville. Scott was in it. He spotted me reading a dungeon magazine. He's like, "Do you play D&D?" And I said, "Yeah." And bam, friendship. He's been one of my best friends ever since, and I'm still short of spruce steps. Darn. I'm going through most of the spruce that I brought, so it's a good thing I brought an entire stack of logs. Now, here's what we will do to light the roof. And there's going to be glass in these eventually, and probably a way up. I thought of a neat way up on the LD Shadow Lady server. 3 is not enough. Let's do 2 more. Do these from the outside so that we can stick the, creep in here. Ooh. This to match all the way across. So, that's the story of kissing the woman that I ended up marrying.